All right, next movie, Blunt Force Trauma, also for 2015. Had me at the first act. I turned off my video game because I was like, this looks like it's going to be an awesome movie. And then the second act started. I'm like, oh my God. And I started booting up my computer again. I guess I'm going to go back to playing video games and watch passively. Fascinating concept. Fascinating concept of modern day gunfighters. All right. First of all, I want a disclaimer. Do not even think, you can think about doing it, but don't ever do what I'm about to describe to you, because these guys are maniacs. They are insane. They are modern day gunfighters. And what they do is they put on like Kevlar body vests. You get one weapon of your choice, holstered however you choose, one magazine or one loadout, if it's a revolver or a magazine, stuff like that. And you stand in like one spot across from each other, and you shoot at each other until one surrenders or falls out of the circle or gets disqualified. It's insane. It's insane. It's insane. It's illegal. It's badass. Okay, let's be honest. But you should never, ever, 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 ever do this. And so it starts out, the very first one is these two, and every single like arena they did where they had these gunfights had its own unique style and I don't know, like rules and limitations. Like in the first one, they're in this like ring, but they had to stay inside this circle. And so they strap up. You see here, the referee is checking their body armor, making sure it's good, checking their weapons, make sure it's nothing illegal and stuff like that. Nothing illegal. And so they get in the stand in their circles, and then in the first one, they drop a bolt in the center of the ring. And when the bolt hits, draw. And then both pull out their pistols. One guy may come out, pa, pa, pa. You got a revolver, you put 3 rounds into him right away. Guy doesn't fall out of the circle, maybe put 2 more in. But at the same time, the other guy might shoot at you too, which is incredibly dangerous. I don't know if you know anything about like body armor and stuff like that, but every single successive round, like a vest takes, it degrades the vest. It's more likely to punch through. All right. And additionally, you don't want to be shot in the chest with a bulletproof vest on only once in your life. All right, maybe just to say you did it. But if you kept doing that repeatedly, that's incredibly bad for you. That's why the name of the movie is Blunt Force Trauma. Don't do this. All right. And so you can get into these interesting conversations about what kind of draw to use, what kind of pistol to use. Do you use a snub-nose revolver? Because you could pull that around quicker. You know, you get one of these ones with a long barrel, and it's like, oh, you got more time, less time. You cross draw, you hip draw, shoulder draw. And so it becomes an interesting, like, modern gunfighter movie. The second ring, where they've had a showdown event, was awesome too, because they fought in this trench, and the trench was like 4 feet tall, or like 4.5 feet tall, so it came up to like your elbows, and so it was hard to kind of maneuver your arms in order to draw and so forth. So you may want to choose a different holster, different carry, different way to draw. It was interesting. It was interesting, and then the second act began, and like, oh, the chick is a gunfighter. Okay, a chick gunfighter would be dead in minutes. Let's be honest. And the chick gunfighter has a vendetta, and she starts banging that. I guess he's a good-looking guy, because I've seen him in several movies playing good-looking guys. And so they start banging, and it's like, wait a minute, is this a softcore porn? What's going on? Is this how you try to keep women in this? Why can't you just do gunfights at different crazy locations and different rule sets and do that? You can even have a rivalry between a couple of gunfighters and so forth. Do it more like, I'd hate to say something like over the top, where it's just arm wrestling over and over again. Just do that. That's much better film. But it got wrapped up in all the drama. It's like, oh, I'm banging this chick and I gotta care what she thinks, and and all this stuff. And just have gunfights. Just like a purely guy movie. They can't make those anymore. We've got to make it equal for all audiences. It's like, why not? Make a movie for men. You make tons of movies for women. Barbie, tons of them. Blunt Force Trauma, 2015 movie, 6 of 13 stars. Like I said, incredible premise. And then just like a cop on body cam right after that.